Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, my sisters in the spirit, my sisters in the natural, my sisters in the Lord. I am just super duper excited to be back once again, just to share an encouraging segment with my sisters. We are in the month of February 2024. We was just saying Happy New Year to everyone, and seemed like January has just flew out of here, but we're in February and we are excited to be back once again. We thank God for life, health, and strength. We're just grateful, to be back. So much has happened and transpired since the last time we met, but we're grateful to God that His grace and mercy endureth forever. And I'm just excited to be talking with my sisters once again. So get some sisters together. Y'all know how we do it. We get some sisters together, gather around, and let them know that it is time for the Sisters in the Spirit segment. Once again, gather them around. As a matter of fact, this is a special podcast because we know that February is considered the love month, the month of love. So I just want to give a special word of encouragement, especially to our single sisters out there. So if you know some single sisters that may be struggling right now, that hate that the month of February is coming in and Valentine's Day is coming up, get them in here and let them know that the woman of God is on and she's visited to encourage our heart. So get on in here and share with somebody. Like, tag, and share, and let somebody know that Sisters in the Spirit segment is on. And as you can see from the title of the flyer, the title of this particular segment is I Want to Know What Love Is. I know it's a song out there about that, but I don't want to deal with the song per se. I want to deal with life experiences, personal. This thing is personal. That's what I want to deal with. And many of my single sisters out there that's doing it the right way, I want to, just encourage you and uplift you on today. As you can see, the title once again is I Want to Know What Love Is. And as I stated earlier, this is the month of February. February 14th is around the corner, and people are going to be celebrating Valentine's Day. People are going to be posting pictures on social media, doing videos of their Valentine's Day date and their Valentine's Day dinner, and some of everything out there. And some of us singles, we're going to be a little down that day because we're still in this thing called the waiting process. Yes, the waiting process. Or somebody may even be in a complicated situation. You may be in a position where you're separated, or maybe going through a divorce. This may be a rough time for you right now. And we know around this time is where everybody and their mama has a word for the singles. Oh yes, they do. Everybody and their mama wants to have a word for the singles. But as for me, and I'm only talking about Dorcas, and some may agree, some may disagree, but it's okay. But as for me, everyone can't speak into me being single. Everyone cannot speak into my life being single, because when people speak into your life, they say all kind of stuff out of their feelings. They say all kind of stuff out of being bitter and angry and all of that kind of stuff, and I cannot have all of that deposited into me. That's why I don't go to single conferences. Now, this is just me. If you go to them and you get what you need out of them, more power to you. But as for me, I don't go to single conferences. I don't go to singles this and singles that, because every singles that, I may have listened to on social media or whatever, if I gave it a chance, and I do not give, all of that stuff any attention. It takes a lot to grab my attention, and where you're not grabbing it within the first couple of minutes, I'm tuning you out, turning you off automatically. And what I discovered, when people have single conferences and all of this kind of stuff, single Zoom meetings and all of this stuff, it's always a one-sided approach. And what I mean by that, they always telling women what they aren't doing, what they're not ready for, and they always, bashing women as to why things are happening or why they are single, and telling women, you don't need to be married right now, and just all of this kind of stuff, and your spirit just get tired of hearing all of this, negativity towards women. And women need to learn how to cook. Some of us know how to cook. Yes, some of us know how to cook as single women. Women need to learn how to be clean and know how to clean up. Some of us know how to clean up. Some of us know how to be clean, especially if we got a strong mother in our lives, strong parents. Yeah, I thank God for my parents. I have a strong father and a strong mother. And my father, of course, let mama handle. They got 4 girls together. He let mama handle, the women stuff. And I have a good mother that told us about, cleanliness. And she didn't play that. We didn't go out in public smelling all kind of ways. She told us about being clean as a woman and how to handle ourselves and how to brush your teeth, to take care of your breath and all of that kind of stuff. Comb your hair, fix up. All of that there, my mom has taught me that. My mom is I got a good mama, y'all. She's a good mama. So there's nothing that I need to know at a singles conference that my mama didn't teach me. There's nothing that you could tell me about being a woman that my mama has not already taught me. And they always want to say women need to be seen and not heard, which I agree with that. I agree. Women need to know these things. Women need to know how to cook. Women need to learn how to be clean. Women need to know how to be seen and not heard, and not being all loud and all boisterous and all of that kind of stuff. But that's not all of our stories. All of us are not like that. And what really bothers me is people be like, oh, yeah, some of y'all women are so desperate and thirsty. Why we got to be desperate and thirsty? Why we have to be all of the name calling and stuff just because we desire to know what love is? Why do we have to be thirsty? That's the new term, unless y'all got something else out there now. We now calling women thirsty. Always, wanting to throw us in the cold shower. Oh, y'all just want to have sex. Well, let me just be honest. I don't know nobody who don't want to have sex. I don't know nobody who don't want to be held and who don't want to be loved. And if that's you, inbox me tight on this podcast thing. Leave your comments so that I can pray for you, lay hands on you. God made you to be human. God made you to have feelings. What are we talking about? What are we doing here? You are human. Before you were saved, you were human. Yes, you have feelings. Yes, you want to be loved. Yes, you want to be touched in that way as a single woman. Yes, as a preacher, as the evangelist. Yes. Yes. I want to know what love is. Yes. Yes, I do. You're not committing a crime. You're not sinning. Free yourself from all of this stuff that people are putting in your spirit. Free yourself. Free yourself, sisters. You're okay. But the thing is, controlling your flesh until God sends that man of God to your life. And many of us, And there's still some good women out there. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody's not holding their body around and just dumping it off at everybody that comes their way. That's not our story. You cannot pin that on us. We can no longer continue to come to your conferences just for you to give us all of this here. We can no longer pay money for you just to continue to tell us to learn how to clean and cook and take a cold shower. No, I'm not paying money to hear that. And let me put this sidebar in there. No, I'm not saying that you're not supposed to pay for conferences and things like that. I'm not implying that, because I know it takes money to run conferences. I know it takes money to run ministry, to do ministry. I'm not implying that. So when people put a price tag on it, and if you feel like you want to go, pay them people their money. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But back to what I want to know what love is. If I'm going to come to your conference, if I'm going to pay my money for a singles conference, I need to hear something more than learn how to cook, learn how to clean, be seen and not heard. Don't be desperate. Don't be thirsty. Take a cold shower. And get over yours. Pretty much just telling us to get over ourselves. No, I can't pay money to go to your conference. I can't waste time. Even if your conference is free, I just can't waste my time going. I need an uplift in my spirit when my flesh is really struggling. I need someone to tell me that it's really going to be okay. And that God is going to really answer your prayer in some areas that you're praying for. That's what I need to hear. And that's what I need to surround myself around. Every now and then when we go to our spiritual mother's house, she say, anybody married yet? She's not dogging us or saying you don't need no man and all of this kind of stuff. No, she desires for us to be married. My mom and my daddy, my parents desire for us to be married and for us to have somebody. Even, other people, y'all ain't got y'all nobody yet. Don't worry, he's coming. I'm praying for y'all. That's the kind of people we need to surround ourselves by. Not people that's been broken and hurt and wounded, and they're putting all their brokenness into you, making you think you don't need nobody. You don't need to be around all of that. And you got people that's just giving out advice and information that don't need to be giving out information. Don't need to be giving out no advice at all. You don't need to take advice from them. Like Juanita Bynum, it's hard for me to believe that you're telling me something about being single and how to hold on when you got somebody. If you're married, how you telling me how to be single? Many people got the mindset, oh, well, I've been single before. Well, if you've been married over 10 years, you ain't been single in a while. So you really don't know what's going on. So I agree with Dr. Juanita Bynum on that. How you're going to tell me something when you got somebody. You got somebody to lay in your bed all night, all day if you want to. You got somebody to hold you. You got somebody to hold hands. I need to hear that from somebody who knows my struggle, who knows what I'm going through, who knows what I'm dealing with. I need to hear it from somebody who knows where I'm at. And y'all, one thing about it, we got to stop agreeing with this stuff if it's not where you're at in your life. Stop agreeing with it. Stop amening. Stop thumbsing it up. Stop liking. Stop sharing that stuff if it's not where you're at. Because one thing about it, and I've seen it happen so many times over and over and over again, people love to play on women's emotions to get a crowded altar. Oh, yes, they do. And I'll say it again. Some people, a lot of people, they love to play on women's emotions to get a crowded altar, to get a whole bunch of people at the altar and just to brag, oh, we had women at the altar, women laying it out, women dropping stuff at the altar. At the end of the day, they still want to know, what love is. They still want to know. They still want to feel what love is. My dad tells this testimony all the time, share this story all the time. It was a woman, she always go around saying, oh, I don't need a man. I just don't need a man. I ain't got to have a man in my bed just like that. I mean, she went bragging and testifying, I don't need a man. But 9 months later, she pop out with a baby. How do you do that? You don't need a man. You at the altar telling folk they don't need a man either. But 9 months later, you pop out with a baby. But some way, somehow, you need one. Come on, y'all. Let's stop fooling ourselves. And stop letting people fool us just to get you down to the altar. Oh, it's somebody else. You know how they do it. Oh, it's somebody else. I feel you in my spirit. You need to be down to this altar. And you need to come and lay your burdens down and let me lay hands on you and all that kind of stuff. Y'all stop letting people lay hands on you and imparting all of this stuff into you. Because there's nothing wrong with you. You're not a bad person. You're not a bad sister. You're not a bad lady. You may have even made some bad choices. It's okay. You may have made some bad choices. But don't beat yourself up over your bad choices. Learn from them and move on. Even if it's not your fault, learn from them and move on. Because God wants to bless us in this season, and we cannot be held back listening at all of this stuff that people are saying. Listen at all this negativity concerning relationships and, all of that there. And the next thing, keep people out of your business. You don't have to talk to everybody as to where you at. Because people, oh child, if you better know what you're doing when it comes to these men. And you better be sure you're ready, because every man ain't who they say they is. And I mean, just all kind of stuff. These men, some of them just want you to get in the bed with you. Some of them just want you to be charging money. And it's still some good men. I don't care what nobody say. And I know it's one for me. I know it's one for you, my sister. My single sister. So I need y'all to be encouraged on today. Those of us, who might be in that place of loneliness. People be like, oh, don't feel lonely. I don't know how you cannot feel lonely when you don't have anybody. Oh, Jesus is right there. Jesus is not going to come down from heaven and do to you what he created a natural man to do to you. He's not going to do it. He's your Savior. He's your Lord. He's your King. He's going to help you with all your spiritual stuff. But as far as your natural needs, he's not coming down from heaven to do that. Y'all stop it. Cut it out. Stop saying Jesus is your Valentine. He is not. I'm telling you, he is not. Stop saying that. Cut it out. We over spiritualize stuff so much. We over spiritualize stuff till we're no earthly good. And it's okay if you're feeling lonely. It's okay if you're struggling. Many of us are saying, Lord, I'm getting older. The years go by, I'm getting older. I'm not getting younger, I'm getting older. I'm still young, but I'm getting older as the years go by. And that biological clock is ticking. And Lord, I wanted to have some things accomplished by my 40th birthday, my 41st birthday, my 50th birthday. And I'm still seeming to be in the same spot. Lord, I'm praying. Lord, I'm being faithful. And God, everybody's seeming to go around me. Everybody is seeming to get theirs. What's wrong with me? What's taking so long for me? Everybody else is praying and saying, I'm hoping that he come on. I'm hoping that he finds you. And I'm out. I'm putting myself kind of in the way, so that the man of God has for me, he will find me. He will see me. I'm dressed apart. My hair is done. My makeup is done. I'm looking the part. I'm not, looking like no, I just got up out of the bed. I'm not looking like I ain't got no do-rag over my head, no bonnet and all of that stuff. That I'm actually doing right for myself. I don't have everything in order, but I'm working towards it. Lord, I'm being faithful as much as I know how. What is wrong? What is going on? God, can I really find out what love is before I get old? Before I get 60? Before I get 50? Come on, God. What's really going on? I'm lonely right now. I'm struggling. Can you help a sister out? And I need you to be encouraged, my single sisters. Because I believe sooner than later, some proposals are going to take place. Some marriages are going to take place. Sooner than we expected. We've been waiting and we've been waiting. But our wait is going to be worth it. If we continue to wait on God. Don't get in his way. Don't get in his way and mess up. Don't get in his way and mess up. Please don't. Please don't get in his way and mess up. Continue to do what you do. Continue to work. Continue to pay your bills. Continue to carry yourself in a mannerable way so that he could find you doing what's right, doing the lady thing. Yes, I could take myself to dinner, but I get tired of taking myself to dinner. I get tired of sitting at the table and there's nobody on the other end. I get tired of, going downtown and there's nobody to hold my hand. You get tired of that. We know how to do that. We know how to plan a girls' date. Oh, yes, we know how to do that. I love hanging out with the girls, but sometimes you even get tired of hanging with the girls. I love my sisters, but I get tired of them too. Just being honest, I get tired of them too. We want to be in a different environment. And I believe God is going to grant us that. He's going to grant us our prayers. He's going to give us our heart's desire. Oh, yes, he is. And when he comes, sisters, don't you miss him. You bet not miss him. Don't let nobody let you miss him. Don't you let nobody talk you out of missing what God sends to you. Because everybody got an opinion when it comes to relationships. Oh, I got to see him and I got to talk to him. No, you don't. Stand up for yourself and keep people out of your business. Let them know we're on a date. You can't talk to him. We're trying to get to know each other. Stay out of his inbox. Stop trying to, insinuate that you need to talk to him. Mind your business. Sometimes you just gonna have to tell people that. Mind your business. Don't let people run him away. Don't you miss your moment. You've been praying for it, so don't you miss it. And I want to encourage the ones that have been put down. Ain't no man gonna marry you. Some folks could be so negative. They could be, all they do is just sit up and be negative. Oh, ain't no man gonna marry you. Some of our plus size women who has really been put down, ain't no man gonna marry no big women. How do you know that? Oh, ain't no man gonna marry no dark-skinned women. How do we even come up with this stuff? Ain't no man gonna marry no light-skinned woman. You too light and you too ugly. You done been called out of your name. You don't have to accept what they put on you. You don't have to accept the negativity. Don't you accept the negativity. Erase that stuff out of your mind, sis. Erase negativity out of your mind. Block that stuff. Block that foolishness. Because it's somebody for everybody. And it's somebody for you. Whether you plus size, medium size, or small. Whether you're dark skin, brown skin, light skin, yellow, white. No matter what color you are. No matter what shade you are. It's somebody for you. You have a right to experience love. I know you as a plus size woman want to know what love is. And you will experience it. I speak it over your life. You as a dark-skinned sister, you want to know what love is. And I speak it over your life. You will experience it. If you're a light-skinned sister, if you're white, if you're Mexican, Chinese, we will experience this love on this side. That's all we want to do. We're not bad sisters. We're not out there trying to just sleep with everybody. We're not throwing ourselves at men and all of this kind of stuff. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're saying. That's not our objective. That's not our motive. All we're asking God is to let us, experience love. We understand the all the risk that comes with it. A lot of people getting married and getting divorced. Some people thought they was in love, but wasn't in love. They married for the wrong reasons. Some people had bad experiences with men and all of this kind of stuff, vice versa. We get all of the all of that comes with it. But we believe if we continue to wait on God, we're going to experience it. And we won't have to go through the divorce. We could be like my parents. My parents, in a few days, they celebrate 46 years, I believe. 46 years of marriage, yeah. We get this. We could see marriages like that if we wait on God. If we wait on God, sis, we're going to know what love is. And when it comes this time, receive it. And don't give your heart away to the wrong one. Give your heart to the right one. And you're going to know it. You're going to know it. You're going to know it. So be encouraged. Be encouraged, my sis. Be encouraged, my sister. Hang on in there. Yes, we're lonely right now. Yes, we're hurting. We're bothered by some things. But God is going to let us experience what love really is. And I hope that this encouraged you. I hope this lifts you up, sister. I hope this gives you an uplift for the upcoming Valentine's Day. When you see people posting their stuff, when you see couples walking in the streets holding hands, you speak over yourself and say, oh yeah, I'm going to know what that means after a while. I'm going to know what love is after a while. Because God is going to let me experience it. On this side, I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. And if this encouraged you, be sure you share with some other sisters. Share with your single sisters. And let them know that God is going to let us know what love is. And until next month, you all be blessed and enjoy your Saturday.